Hey, what's going on, Luke here? We finally know who's going to be playing in the 2021 NRL Grand Final. It's going to be contested between the South Sydney Rabbitohs and the Penrith Panthers. Honestly, I thought neither of those sides were going to make the Grand Final. I thought it was going to be Melbourne up against Manly, to be honest with you. I know at the start of the final series, I had the Penrith Panthers winning, but as soon as the first game happened, I thought, nah, they're done. And yet here they are in the Grand Final. Same can be said for the Rabbitohs. I put a line for them months ago, and here they are in the Grand Final. I just can't believe who's actually playing. And by that, I mean, I can't believe the Melbourne Storm didn't make it. But enough chit-chat about who made the Grand Final. Now it's time to jump on to Rugby League Live 4 and make a combined side. I've done it last year. I've done it a couple times, actually. Let's go make a combined Rabbitohs and Penrith side. We can call it the Rabbitohs. I think it sounds nice. Has a nice little ring to it. Combine the names. Last year I had Penborn. I honestly think Rabbitohs does sound a little bit better. Now, we're just about to jump on to Rugby League Live 4, but before we do so, I just want to take the time to say, if you do happen to enjoy this video, make sure you go ahead and smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Also, make sure to use the notification bell. Don't rely on the sub boxes. Use the notification bell and never miss any of my videos. Also, give me a follow on social media. It's on the screen right now. It's Mr. Luke and YT for the most part. But Facebook is Mr. Luke, but everything else is Mr. Luke and YT. So go ahead, give me a follow, give me an ad, do all that sort of stuff. Also, check out the merch. I had a merch drop over the past week. It's in the description below. It's on the screen right now. I've got some Grand Final designs. Go and check them out. Maybe cop some yourself. Anyways, now that we have all that out of the way, we can jump on to Rugby League Live 4. So as you can see, we're currently on Rugby League Live 4. We're in the fan hub. I've actually gone ahead and I've made the side. I've added all the players in. I've made the jersey. I'm keen to show you what it actually looks like. We'll go through. Here is last year's one. You can see an 87 overall. What is this year's one? It's an 87 overall too. I'm not surprised. It's just a stack side. It's a stack side, star-studded side. It's like your Origin sort of level size. There's going to be players. I'll add in international players as well, but there's going to be so many good players. Now, like I said, I've already made all the jerseys out of the players and such, so I'm just going to show you here. It's called the Rabbitohs. You got the Rabbitohs name, nickname. The colours are black, red, and green. The Rabbitohs and Penrith actually kind of share colours. I know when you look at Penrith, you associate black as being their main colours, but when you look at the jersey, they also have red, yellow, and green on there as well. So there's a lot of the same colours. Obviously, they do have the pink Panthers as well, so I tried to integrate that into the jersey. So I try my best to get every single element into the jersey. Speaking of the jersey, let's take a look at it. Let's go across the jersey. There's no home jersey. There's no away jersey. You already saw it, I guess. It's just a straight up one jersey. You can see Isaiah Yeo, who is the captain of the side, modelling it. You can see I've got the elements of the red and the green hoops. Also adding the pink Panthers as well. The black for the Panthers. The red trim of the shirt as well, and also around the collar, just because I felt like the red lines weren't really bold enough, so I thought I'd add in a few more just to get the red into it as well. So you got green, you got red, you got pink, and you have black. I don't know how this jersey is actually going to look like in the game. Kind of suspect it might look like a Rabbitohs jersey mixed with a little bit of Penrith in it, but look, in terms of the shorts and such, it's just black. You got all the colours there as well, so I do like that little part to it. We got red, we got green, we have pink, and then for the socks, it's just straight up black. So that's the jersey. You've seen the name. Now it's time to see who's in the actual side. Now, obviously, I've got two teams to pick from. Latrell Mitchell is technically a Rabbitoh, but he's suspended. He's not going to be playing in the Grand Final. I'm trying to pick players who are playing in the Grand Final. So you'd assume that Blake Taaffe or Dylan Edwards would be the fullback. Wrong. We're going to find out now. I actually have Cody Walker as the fullback because I wanted to add in Nathan Cleary and Jerome Luai. Adam Reynolds was so hard to leave out as well, but I just felt like the Nathan Cleary Jerome Luai combination, they were the New South Wales halves. They were the halves in the last Grand Final. They've been incredible throughout the last couple of years, so I thought I'd add them in. Initially, I had Cody Walker in there, and then I was going to add in Dylan Edwards, but I thought, nah, it doesn't really fit. Cody Walker, I can't leave him out, and I can't leave Jerome Luai out. They've been too good for too long, and Adam Reynolds, like I said, it was already hard enough to leave him out, but Nathan Cleary is clearly going to be the halfback. So Cody Walker, he's played there throughout the season. I thought I'd chuck him back there. He's quite comfortable in position. I know when you think of Cody Walker, you don't really think of him as a fullback, but he has played there, and it's not only just this year. He's played there a couple years as well. So, look, Cody Walker can definitely do a job for us. An 88 rated, I think it's pretty fitting, and it just gives us options in the halves. Like I said, Jerome Luai, Nathan Cleary. There's a few other guys who are going to be omitted from the side, and you're probably going to go, how can you not pick him? But it is what it is. There's only 17 spots. I can't pick everybody. So I've gone Stephen Crichton on the wing of Brian To'o. So I've gone with the Penrith wingers. I feel like the Rabbitohs guys, you've got Jackson Polo, you've got Josh Mansell, Alex Johnston. The Rabbitohs themselves, I don't even think they know who are the best two wingers. I know obviously Johnson's there. Johnson's an incredible winger. Scores tries for fun. But just in terms of player ability, I feel like both Crichton and Brian To'o are both better players. Alex Johnson is a great finisher. But I think if you add Crichton or Brian To'o into the Rabbitohs side, I think they look even better than Alex Johnson. So I do think they are better players. Brian To'o obviously played for New South Wales. Stephen Crichton is on the fringes. You got Dan Gagai, Campbell Graham in the centre. So they sort of cancels out the Panthers guys. So I had Panthers wingers, and then I've got Rabbitohs centres, and I think that is quite fitting. For Panthers, you've got Momorowski, who is a bit of a fringe first grader, let's be honest. Or at least he has been. He's actually been pretty good this year, but at least he has been. He's been swapping clubs. And then you have Matt Burton, who isn't even a centre. He's just playing there purely to get him in the side. I mean, he's doing a fantastic job in the centres, but he's a 5'8", a halfback. Everybody knows he's a halves player, but he's just playing in the centres. But just a spoiler, that doesn't mean Matt Burton isn't in the side. So you've seen halves as well. I've already talked about that. Props, James Fisher-Harris and Tavita Pangai Jr. I didn't really know who I wanted to have as the props apart from James Fisher-Harris. He was a lock-in. I needed him in there. But like looking at Tom Burgess, got Totola, you got Jai Arrow, got a lot of guys who can play prop. But also I wanted a spot for Tavita Pangai Jr. And when you look at the back row, you got Kurt Capewell, Cameron Murray, Isaiah Yeo. It's very fitting that they're the back row. You've got Isaiah Yeo and Cameron Murray who are part of the New South Wales side. Then you got Kurt Capewell as well, who when Queensland won, he played in the back row. So that is essentially your origin back row. So that sort of leaves Pangai Jr. And I think he's been fantastic off the bench for Penrith, and hopefully brings that form from 2021 into 2022. I'm a Bulldogs fan. I'm excited to see how he goes. I'm excited to see how Burton goes, Adokar, add in the rest, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about Pangai Jr. in this side. I've just chucked him in at prop. I feel like he can do a job there. We've got Damien Cook as well. Pangai Jr. is more so just in the prop position because of how strong the back row is, and obviously he'd probably be at lock or second row, but I still think it's a great prop. Now, I've already talked about the back row because I talked about Pangai and how he can't make it. The first player I'm going to talk about is Viliame Kikau. He could have been in the starting side, but I can't go past the origin guys. And Kikau's actually been starting off the bench quite a bit as of late as well. So they've been going with Capewell and Liam Martin over Kikau quite a bit. So he can do a job off the bench. Also add in that he's big enough to play prop if he needs to. I think he's a good option off the bench. We got Manny Burton. I talked about him earlier. So I've gone with two Penrith guys, two Rabbitohs guys. It wasn't really by design. It's not as if I looked at this side and went, oh yeah, I need two of these guys. I need two of these guys. Oh yeah, I need to make it even 50-50 down the middle. I just picked whoever I thought was best for the position, and it's kind of worked out this way. But I've added in Burton purely just for his versatility. You can look at a guy like Adam Reynolds or Coruscant, and they could probably be pretty unlucky. But Matt Burton is a genuine utility. The only reason he doesn't come off the bench is because he's good enough to play in the centres. Otherwise, he'd be the perfect bench utility for Penrith. It's just he's too good to sort of be sitting on the bench. Just not in this side though, so he is on the bench. You got Tommy Burgess there as well. I talked about him earlier. Could have been in the starting side, maybe even Totola, but I've gone with Tom Burgess purely because I just like Tom Burgess a lot more. I chucked him on there. We'll see how he goes off the bench. Then we have Jai Arrow. You can see there's a hell of a lot of players there. Very unlucky to miss out. Like I said, we've got 34 of the best players in the NRL, so it's hard to narrow it down to just the 17, but there you can see Coruscant, Edwards, Linu, a lot of good players in there. Benji, would have loved to have found a spot for him in the side. Jaden Sewer's another one. Colin Matangi, I really do like the back rows for the Rabbitohs, but that's the final side that I've gone with. I've gone with Isaiah Yeo as the captain. Obviously, Jerome Luai, Nathan Cleary are the halves players, and Nathan Cleary is the goal kicker. So that is my combined 17 for the 2021 NRL Grand Final. Is it better than last year's? Debatable, but I still think it's a very, very good side. Let me know in the comment section below. Who would you pick if you had to make a combined side? Also, how do you think I'd do on Rugby League Live 4? I plan to play with them later in the week and see how I go. Probably up against the 2020 side, but I'm not sure exactly. So like I said, let me know in the comment section below what would be your 17 and how do you think I'd go on Rugby League Live 4 with this side. Anyways, that's where I'm going to wrap up this video. Hopefully you did enjoy it. If you did, make sure you go ahead and smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Also make sure to use the notification bell. Don't rely on the sub boxes. Use the notification bell and never miss any of my videos. Also give me a follow on social media. It's on the screen right now. It's just under my fingers here. It's Mr. Luke and YT for the most part. My Facebook is Mr. Luke, but everything else, including Snapchat, including TikTok, is Mr. Luke and YT. Also go ahead and take a look at the merchandise I've made. Just made it in the last week. Been sort of working out the kinks, but definitely go and take a look at it. I've got some nice sort of grand final designs based on the Rabbitohs and based off Penrith, as well as just some standard designs. So definitely go and check it out. Maybe cop some of your own. Anyways, that's where I'm going to end this video. Stay tuned for more content on the channel. There's plenty of stuff to be talked about this week and going forward. Grand final week is here, baby. I'm excited. Hopefully you are. Stay tuned for more content on the channel, and I'll see you next time. See yous.